Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to serve the country ever since I was a kid, and I, I mean, I don't know why. I just remember having one distinct moment where I was up late, I was playing some games, and I stumbled across a YouTube video of someone protesting and someone burning the American flag. And as a kid, I had a big American flag in my room. I've always grown up very patriotic. And when I saw that person burn that American flag, I got really, really sad. Right then was when I decided that I want to serve this country and hopefully make it better one day. I've been a student of history for a very, very long time. I love history. I love the stories of history. I love the stories of George Washington crossing the Delaware. I love the story of Abraham Lincoln freeing the slaves despite his mental anguish and despair, his loss of children. I love the stories and the charisma of our old leaders. I love the stories of Rome, of Caesar, of betrayal. I've always thought that the best way to make a name for myself, the best way to have adventure, the best way to see the world and to understand the geography and the culture and just to overall have that experience was through joining the military. And so as a kid, that was one of my biggest goals, was to be an officer in the military. And I no longer can do that. I can no longer be in the military. Just a couple months ago, I was diagnosed with celiac disease, which is, if you know, an autoimmune disease that doesn't allow you to process gluten. And because of that, I'm feeling hopeless now. The military doesn't, as of 2026, the military doesn't allow those with celiac disease to enlist, to join as an officer, to do any of the sort. And so, I guess today I'm feeling kind of hopeless. Really hopeless. I had this dream since I was a kid, and now it seems like I'll never be able to have that adventure that I've always wanted. I'll never be able to serve the country that's been serving me since I've been born. So what do I do now? I guess this is a really good way for me, at least right now, to understand where my priorities are. I served a religious mission when I was just 19. I went to a place called Nashville, Tennessee, spoke Spanish, served the people in the church, did a bunch of service, came home, started college, and shortly got married. I got married, and 2 months after I got married, my wife and I found out we were pregnant with our first boy, our first child. And I was really stressed. I was really stressed about the world. I was really stressed about my place in it. As a 22-year-old man, how was I going to provide for my family? How was I going to provide for the people that I love and the people that rely on me? How was I going to be the man at such a young age? And so I just hit it hard. I went to school. I did great in my classes. I changed my major from economics to geospatial intelligence. I put all of my life into being an intelligence officer in the Navy. And I had found my goal. I'd found my passion. I'd found something that I loved and I knew I would love. I found a guarantee at what would make me happy. I no longer have that guarantee. I feel like I'm back at step one. So what does this mean? Being hopeless is really just having a lack of faith. Having a lack of knowing knowing what's going to come next. Faith is not having a complete knowledge of what is happening next, but knowing that you can do something about it now. So am I going to just sit here, sad that my dream of having an adventure and serving my country and doing amazing things is over? No. Right now, I don't know how I'm going to feed my family when I graduate college. I don't know what to do. I guess that's where the faith comes in. The faith that despite being hopeless, there's peace in not knowing. Peace in understanding that there still is an adventure out there. An adventure that I don't know about. Maybe being a human being isn't having an understanding of what is going to happen. It is hopeless. But funny enough, through that despair, I've started to feel more alive than ever. I started to understand that my goals shouldn't be my career. My goals should be my family. It should be the experiences I build with them. It should be the time I have with them. I suppose the hopelessness that you may have may be different, but I know at the end of the day, there is always something to be learned through failure. Failure that you may have not caused or may have caused. Failure that, again, I had nothing to do with, that I was just born with. Yet I still feel peace knowing that my dreams and my goals are with my families. I think today in this world that we live in, we rely on the happiness that hitting goals can give. We rely on the happiness that, yes, you got the job, or yes, you got that bonus, or yes, you got that paycheck, or yes, you made that sale, or yes, you bought the house. But what about the process? Why can't we as a society be happy in the process? Be happy that the process of filling out that application showed the employer exactly who you are. Happy that the process of saving up bonded you and your partner and your family together. Be happy that the process of failure showed you exactly who you are and where you want to be. The failure of me not being able to join the military or to live this dream that I wanted opened the door that I am worth more than that. Open the door that I don't want to spend that time away from my family. Open the door to faith. Faith that there is an adventure out there. So, I guess in all, I'm not hopeless, but I'm happily hopeless that one day I'll be able to have more faith. Happily hopeless that there is a tomorrow, that there is new knowledge to be made, and that there is an adventure. Be happily hopeless in the fact that you are human, and have some faith that it'll be all right.